Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sash. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Good morning, hotties of the world, and welcome back to another beautiful, amazing, wonderful episode of Smoke Sash. My name is Hannah, your host, and I am here to provide the perfect sesh for all my girls and gays who just maybe want to escape reality a little bit. Welcome. That is exactly what we are going to do today. Today's a pretty dreamy day. It's a pretty gloomy, rainy day, which in itself kind of puts me in a space of like rest and relaxation, which is really nice. I slept until like 11:30. I don't remember the last time I did that, honestly, but this weekend was kind of hectic. We were running around. I was working late nights. I got like 5 hours of sleep on Saturday and then had to wake up and work like an 8-hour brunch shift. Working girls, we make do, let me tell you that. So that was super fun, but I got to eat a lot of really yummy food, drink a lot of really yummy wine. I made that, one of you guys inspired me, but I made that summer lemonade recipe that I posted on Instagram as like a cooking reel, and I put vodka in it. Yeah, we'll be taking that everywhere I go this summer. Anyways, giving America the Free, giving Lana Del Rey national anthem. I just got this hat and I feel like it's everything for my audio listeners. It's this denim bling rhinestone hat that says in giant blinged out letters across the top, sexy, and I feel like it really just embodies the spirit of today. I slept in, I got a bunch of really fucking good sleep, which was nice. My brain feels nice and juicy and rested and rehydrated, whatever it's doing when I'm asleep, reconnected, refiring those neurons. Love to hear it. Woke up, chugged a little bit of coffee, listened to the rain hit my window. Now I'm sitting here with you guys. We're about to smoke. I'm gonna go get pho after this little late afternoon little snack, and then I'm basically just gonna fucking kick it until later tonight when I'm gonna go get new nails. It's new nail time, thank God. Oh my God, I loved my little birthday nails. You guys remember the nail cam from beginning of June, my little butterfly nails, but I lost one. And when you lose a nail, the girls who get it, they get it. It's like I need to rip all of them off. I need a new set. Meow. So shout out to Megan. I love you at Nails by Meg. So if you need a good tech in Kansas City, she fit me in for a little after hours appointment. So I'll be heading over to her place at 8 to go get that done. I'm going to be getting some Lana Del Rey inspired nails. So stay tuned. Follow the Instagram at Hannah Marlene if you want to see what I get. But I will show you on next week's episode. And I just posted a little recipe for you all this morning. It's a yummy heirloom caprese sandwich. Honestly, I've been making this for lunch. I just make a giant fucking baguette of it, and then I cut off a little slice every day and re-throw it back into the oven, and it is the most perfect sandwich meal summer lunch to ever exist. Get that fat ass mozzarella slices on there, get that fresh basil, make a pesto if you're feeling like it. I posted that recipe too with some heirloom tomatoes in the oven, cheesy warm deliciousness. Don't get me started, I'm already getting hungry. Anyways, I don't have much to catch you guys up on this week. I've really just been getting in the swing of things. I am feeling a little bit of like that spring cleaning energy, but it's midsummer for some reason. I missed the memo in the spring, so I've been trying to purge this fucking house and just get rid of all the shit that I don't need, because I'm a hoarder. And listen, step number 1 is acceptance. All right, I'm a hoarder and everything has sentimental value to me because I'm a big-hearted little baby. And listen, that's amazing and that's wonderful, but also sometimes that means you don't have to keep that gum wrapper. Babe, let her go, set her free. So I've been trying to do that, and I think the universe has been listening to me because she is going to make it rain for the next 3 days. So shout out to her. I will be getting to work, I promise you, mother. But yeah, we're going to smoke, we're going to hang out, we're going to chit chat, and we're going to do a little bit of question roulette. I'm going to try and get through as many questions as I possibly can, just because I feel like the last couple of episodes I've gotten through a lot, but I want to get to as many as possible. Those are some of your favorite episodes, and those are some of my favorite episodes. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, someone asked, feelings about summer. Honestly, my feelings about summer are always great, 10 out of 10. My birthday month falls in the summer. It was always my favorite season growing up. I mean, like, come on, it's everybody's favorite season, you know what I mean? Although that's probably not true. I know some of you little emo girlies out there are like, I love winter, I love being outside. And valid, good for you. Somebody has to love it, you know? But for me, I am a micro shorts, micro dress, no bra, hair braided, sweating, tan lines, fresh summer lemonade, hot kind of girl, okay? And I just love summer. And so this summer I've really been trying to be intentional about like taking advantage of it and really living out the best summer possible. So then when the fall comes around and the winter, you know, where I'm locked inside in this jail cell of what it feels like an apartment, I have fun little memories to look back on and appreciate and give hope and renewness to next summer. I also feel like when it comes to the winter blues, having plans for next summer, like having a vacation that you're actively planning over the winter, is a great way to kind of build hype and make the winter feel less chaotic or less confining. So that's amazing. But yeah, feelings about summer, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The 4th of July is coming up, babes. This is probably going to be my 4th of July outfit. I will probably be repeating this. Me and my boyfriend are going to just like, I think, go to this skate park and grill out. There's always like a punk show going on there. So that'll be fun. We're going to go buy a shit ton of fireworks and just go light it off. And it's really nice because the skate park is at the very top hill of Kansas City. So you can look over the entire city and it's just fireworks going off everywhere. It's kind of the spot to be. So I'll be going and doing that. I'm going to make a shit ton of Jello shots for the skate park, and we're just going to vibe, eat some hot dogs, maybe some hamburgers, Jello shot it up, enjoy. I feel like that's what the 4th of July is all about, is just like indulgence and lighting shit on fire. Come on now. Maybe a hot dog, you know, that American spirit, the true American spirit. Scary. Anyways, 4th of July I feel like is always like peak summertime feelings, peak summertime, you know, energy, because we just had the summer solstice, so we're like a couple weeks in, it's hot, we're sweaty, we have like a day off from our regular work week, and everybody just goes crazy and gets drunk and eats greasy food. So I feel like that is peak summer energy, and I'm very excited to tap into that and also make a little bit of Jello shot. But yeah, feelings about summer, 10 out of 10. Can you talk about standing up for yourself as a non-confrontational person? Yeah, yes, I can. Listen, I was a very, very sensitive, non-confrontational child. I don't really know why. I think I was just born that way. I was born a little extra sensitive, not only towards myself, but also everybody else around me. And that's what made me special. Actually, I was talking to my coworker about this, and I think that was a symptom of ADHD. As a child, was just like getting really overwhelmed by the little things. And it's so funny because ADHD symptoms show up completely differently in women than they do in men, because my dad had severe ADHD, and so did my brother, like on medication since a child kind of ADHD. Listen, you would think, okay, father, he has ADHD, he passes it down to brother who has ADHD. I'm giving off some sort of weird symptom like quality. Let's get her tested. I go in for testing. I ace the testing. I do fantastic. Are you kidding me? Because guess what? They're not testing women correctly. My ADHD manifested in certain ways where I was like hypersensitive to noises, hypersensitive to the way people were speaking, hypersensitive to the way people were talking to me, experiencing things, my connection to things, fabrics, noises, everything. I was very, very hypersensitive. And that manifested in a lot of ways because it wasn't treated properly, where it became a little bit debilitating in the way I interacted with people. And one of those ways was people pleasing. And always pleasing them, so then I wasn't overstimulated, even though it was making me also overstimulated. And it really was debilitating because I was always putting someone else ahead of me in order to kind of feel a little bit of peace. But when you're also always chasing peace for someone else, you're constantly going to be you're constantly going to be feeling unfulfilled. Whereas if you're chasing peace for yourself, that's a piece that you can actually find, and that's a piece that you can actually create for yourself. Okay. So please understand that when it comes to people pleasing qualities and wanting to make sure that everybody else around you is good, that is a great quality to have, yes. But if it becomes so debilitating where you are putting yourself aside and constantly uplifting people in a way that they are not even doing for themselves, you are going to be chasing yourself in circles until you fucking pass out and die. And it is not worth it, baby girl. That shit is not worth it. Okay? So sometimes that means you're going to have to speak up for yourself. Sometimes that means you're going to have to put yourself ahead of other people. And let me tell you this, that is okay. I'm here to tell you that shit is okay. All right? It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you are being selfish. It doesn't mean blah, 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 all these things people like to put in your head. It means that you are the only person that is going to be with you for the rest of your life, and you need to stand up for yourself, and you need to be there for yourself. And if anybody takes it the wrong way, bitch, let them, okay? You're a non-confrontational person. You like to please other people. You want to make sure they're doing okay, but what about you? Is anybody doing that for you? No, because they're already doing it for themselves. That's how it's supposed to be. You need to be doing that for yourself. You have to just kind of like act as your own best friend in a way. That's really how I was able to kind of like separate myself from the anxiety and the people-pleasing tendencies, where it was like, okay, I'm going to step out of Hannah for a second, and I'm going to step into like this other version of Hannah who is like her best friend, her protector, and I'm going to behave in the kind of way that I think she would behave in order to uplift those qualities that Hannah truly deserves. And that's how I kind of like separated myself from the people-pleasing tendencies in order to be confrontational and say things that were on my mind and speak up for myself. And honestly, 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, if you are having a hard time stepping up for yourself or believing in yourself or kind of like confronting a certain situation that ultimately is best for you to confront, remove yourself from the situation and step into the person of a protector, of a watcher, of wanting to be better for yourself. Step into that person and act as how she would behave. Okay? I guarantee it'll give you a lot of confidence to be able to actually confront the situation and go after what you want. When you are non-confrontational, when you are not speaking your mind, when you are not saying what's on your mind, when you are not voicing your opinions or your beliefs or whatever it is in that situation, you are pushing yourself down, but also you are not allowing the person in front of you to actually give them an opportunity to behave correctly. A lot of people-pleasing qualities is pushing yourself down, but also distancing the connection that you're having with others because you want to control the situation. You can't ever control the situation. The best thing you can do is allow people to be themselves and allow you to be yourself. If you are not allowing other people to understand you, what's going on, even if it is the negative things, then they are not going to be able to make adequate changes, adjustments, or help you in the way that is actually necessary. So you withholding that information and not being confrontational and not saying what's on your mind, guess what? Everybody else around you doesn't know that's fucking going on because you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. Stand up for yourself, believe in yourself, be your own best friend. We are getting rid of people pleasing this summer. We're being a little more selfish, yes, but we're acting in a way our best friend would for ourselves. You have to be your own protector. At the end of the day, who do we have with us when we die? The only guaranteed person is yourself. So show up. Be that bad bitch that you deserve to be. Speak up for yourself. Allow people to know you in that way. Allow people to want to be better for you in order to understand you and uplift you and support you. But I love you. I love you. Be confrontational. Fuck it. You know what I mean? If people take confrontation the wrong way, well, A, come correct. Don't be an asshole when it comes to confrontation. Don't just be like a mean person all the time. But like if you're speaking real concerns and thoughts to people, those people should take that shit seriously. And if they don't take it seriously, move on. Allow yourself to be misunderstood. If they don't get it, they don't get it, but it's not your fucking job to convince them. Most people, when it comes to confrontation and you come correct though, they will be understanding, they will show up for you, they will support you. Allow yourself to be supported. Someone said visiting my family and they keep talking about weight and food. # triggered, # help. Oh girl, I get it. When I visit my dad's side of the family, I'm like, they're going to say some crazy shit to my face. And you know what you say? You know what you say? I learned this from the service industry. You know what you say to people when they come at you with something fucking wild to say, where you're like, where am I? Like, it has you spinning in circles looking around for a fucking camera. You look them in the eyes and you go, what a strange thing to say to somebody. And you walk away. You walk away. I highly recommend doing that. I will do that to family. I will let you reflect on those words that just came out of your mouth, because, bitch, I don't have the time to unpack all the shit you just dropped on me. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you sit with those emotions and feelings, and I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. Always. I'm afraid to go chase my dreams because I feel like they're just too big sometimes. What to do? Your dreams are feeling big because, yes, right now they're dreams. They're dreams, and dreams are always large. They should be large. You should be dreaming as big as possible. When it comes to taking on a big project or achieving a large dream, it does feel a little bit unapproachable, though, because, of course, you're like, that's something that I'm going to achieve in 5, 10, 15 plus years. How do I behave now? What do I do now to take that first step towards that big dream? Because that shit ain't going to happen overnight. Let me tell you that. The one thing you can do to make your dreams a reality, and I kind of mentioned this kind of dissociative skill, but also healthy dissociative skill when it comes to confrontation, stepping into this different version of yourself. You have to do that on a daily basis. You need to be on a daily basis stepping into your dream version of you's shoes. I talk about this manifestation technique a lot where it comes to script writing, and I highly recommend doing this. I do this about once a year, maybe a couple times a year if I find my dreams changing or my life shifting, where I stop and I sit with myself and I imagine myself 5, 10, 15 years from now and that big dream that I'm having, and I script write every single detail possible that I can. Okay, where does she live? What does she look like? What does her apartment look like? What is her morning routine? Let me get into the details. Bitch, what color are her toes painted? Like, every single detail possible. I dream, I script write it all out. I start small, I work big. Does she have a boyfriend? Does she have a girlfriend? How long have they been dating? Are they in love? Is she single? You know, what are her friends like? What people does she attract? What does she eat? Like, literally get into the details as a way of manifestation, as a way of script writing out your dream. That will give you a little bit more of a grasp on this identity and this person that you want to become. And then to become that person, every single day you wake up and you show up as her. You step into her shoes, okay? You use that day to get one little step forward towards that person that you want to become. But if you are just waiting around for her to show up and pop up in your skin, bitch, that shit ain't gonna happen. It isn't, and you're gonna be waiting around forever. So you might as well start now, okay? If like the one thing she does in the morning is like different from now, start implementing that. Okay, well, she eats this, let me start implementing that. Oh, she paints her nails this color, let me start implementing that. Oh, she's single and I'm in a relationship, maybe that says something about my relationship, maybe let's work on that. Start every day slowly stepping into the little tiny things that you were script writing about, and use that as a guide to become and to achieve all of your dreams. Dreams are supposed to feel big. You're supposed to aim big. That's why I talk about dreaming a lot. You should be dreaming. Your dream, I mean, everybody's dream is going to look different. I don't want to shit on anybody's dream, but your dream is supposed to be big. It's supposed to feel unreachable. That's okay. Doesn't mean you're never going to reach it. Like right now, I want to go to Tokyo. Does it feel like I will ever do that? No, but I know it's going to happen one day. I know I'm going to fucking figure it out eventually. But I have to start now, slowly working my way there, stepping into my dream shoes, stepping into that dream persona, stepping into that dream routine. And eventually, in 5 years, you will find yourself looking around thinking, holy shit, I did it. Like, wait a minute. Throwback 5 years ago when I was sitting down dreaming of the life that I'm now living. And let me give you a little testament. I opened up my journal the other week and I was going through it and I was looking through it, and I came across this script writing page that I had done where I was probably 21 at the time. I was living in a house with 4 girls. It was chaotic, and all I wanted was some peace and quiet, and to make my own job, make my own room, have a space where I felt comfortable, supported, uplifted. I was reading that, And the amount of details in that script writing that I am now living was ooky spooky scary. It made me do a double take and look around my apartment. I was like, I want an apartment with large open windows in a old historic building with a beautiful tiling around it. Bitch, look at this green tiling. Hello. I want plants hanging from every area. Hello. I want a space where I can create art. Hello. Like the amount of details that I was putting into that script writing that had come true subconsciously, I was just creating that life for myself. Insane. Insane. You need a top manifestation technique. Dream big, script write it all out, get into the details, wake up, step into her shoes. In 5 years, you'll be walking in them. I love you. Anyways, cheers. Let's smoke a little bit to that. Cheers to living our dream lives, becoming our dream selves, smoking good weed, and looking sexy as fuck doing it. Kisses. Let's hit this. How do I deal with brain fog / not feeling present in my life? Ooh, I think you would be a great candidate for I was about to say medication. That is not what I meant. Meditation. I think you'd be a great candidate for meditation. I don't meditate a lot because I feel overly present in my life. And I feel like when I start meditating, like the kind of meditating where it's like I'm on a yoga mat in my house, listening to the sounds around me, sitting with myself and my thoughts, I start to go a little crazy because I'm already doing that at a constant basis all the fucking time. Okay, but if you don't do that and you have a very hard time doing that, connecting to the world around you, not feeling present in your life, here is Dr. Hannah's remedy for you. What you're going to do is, if you're a girl alone, I highly recommend bringing a friend with you for this. If you ever go into a strange forest, hiking alone, make sure somebody has your location, make sure somebody knows where you are, or bring a friend with you, always. That's just a little PSA, not to scare you. I find myself feeling so much more connected to myself and the world around me when I'm in nature, especially living in the city. Sometimes I'm like, I need to get the fuck away from these cars. I need to get the fuck away from these cars and these sirens, the random fireworks going off, and the shit that's going on constantly. I need to escape the chaos. And the best place to do that is running away to the woods. That's why you always see me there. I'm always there. But once again, make sure somebody knows where you are. Make sure they have your location. Bring a friend with you. Be like, hey girl, let's go meditate in the woods. I guarantee your friend's gonna be like, fuck yeah, bitch, let's go. Anyways, when I escape to nature, even if it's just like a local park surrounded by fucking cars, whatever, as long as I'm in nature and I sit there and I take 5 to 10 deep breaths, I'm immediately going to start feeling myself connect a little bit more to the world around me and to myself and whatever inner dialogue is going on that I haven't been connecting to. Okay? Escape a little bit. If I try to meditate right here in this chair, I wouldn't be able to do so because my brain would be like, oh my God, I need to do the dishes. I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm uncomfortable. I'm hearing the dripping from my faucet. Like, it'd be overwhelming. Put yourself into a new environment. Do some meditation. Now, meditation looks different for everybody. For me personally, meditation is me deep breathing in order to slow my thoughts down. As somebody who has suffered with anxiety for a long time, the best quick, easy remedy that I can give you is having a good breathing technique. Taking deep breaths in, filling your lungs up all the way, breathing out all the way, and then physically imagining breathing in all the good, bringing in all the positivity, breathing out all the negativity, and having that visualization while also breathing technique, while also in a new environment, specifically a calm one. Girl, you're gonna feel so good. I've been doing this actually quite often with my boyfriend. We've been just running off to the woods and hanging out by the river and just floating in our little tubes with our eyes closed doing our breathing techniques. And 10 out of 10 recommend. It's making me feel so much more connected with myself, that inner dialogue, understanding it, feeling out where I am and where I want to go, things like that, getting rid of anxiety, stepping into peace. I think meditation would be so good for you. And meditation can look different for everybody. I am a big proponent that meditation doesn't have to be on the ground doing breathing techniques. You know what I mean? My dad's form of meditation is going to the gym and working out for like an hour and a half every day. Everybody's meditation is going to look different. Your meditation could be escaping into painting and drawing and into your creative side, things like this, tapping out and tapping in. Okay, everybody's meditation looks different. All of our brains are going to look different. That's why I'm such a big proponent of hobbies. I think hobbies and getting into hobbies is simply getting into meditation, getting into something that you feel passionate about, and specifically passionate about and connecting to yourself rather than connecting to the world around you and the chaos around you. So important, so important. Try it out. If you feel like you are overly anxious, that the world is too much, you don't know what to do, you're not able to connect with yourself, escape a little bit, find something that gets you to tap into what's going on inside yourself and that inner monologue, and just allow yourself to feel. Breathe in, breathe out, deep breathing exercises if that's your thing. For me, love, especially for my anxiety. Like, it's such a quick fix. I'll be at work and I'll be like, oh my God, 2 Red Bulls in. I'm like doing it to myself. We're like hitting a rush in the restaurant, 2 Red Bulls in, no food probably because I'm just running around. And I'll like hit a wall where I'm like, ooh, I just felt a wave of anxiety take over. You know what? I'll take a moment, step the fuck into the bathroom, take some deep breaths, in, out, in, out. You know what? Get right back into that fucking rush and kill it. It is such a quick, easy fix. Some girlies have been talking about like dumping their face in ice water, but that's just like hard to find sometimes. And also, then I have to deal with like water afterwards. That's gonna piss me off. Let me just fucking take some deep breaths, you know? And if you are looking for like how or where, look up the YouTube tutorials, the YouTube videos. I found a couple that I really like. Maybe I'll share them on the Patreon. That will give you different breathing techniques, things like that. Highly, highly recommend. I also feel like if you're not feeling present in your life, it's okay to tap in. I feel like you're so used to being tapped out, kind of like that people pleasing method, that you kind of like lose yourself in the chaos of it all. It's okay to focus on yourself for a little bit. It's okay to be like, I need to log off. I need to step out. I need to see what's going on inside because I haven't checked on her in a while. And girl, I can't find her. Let me take a step away. Let me go back to the basics. Let me focus on me. Let me focus on what I used to enjoy. Maybe try out new hobbies, things that will get you into that meditative state, the disconnecting from the outside and into the inside in a positive way. And let's just discover, let's just connect. It's okay to like take a moment to focus on yourself, to like put your job on the back burner for a little bit, to put your friends in the back burner for a little bit, to put your family in the back burner for a little bit, and take care of yourself. Like, it's okay to take time for yourself, and also most importantly to focus on yourself a little bit. Once again, we're the only people we live and die with. Make sure you're treating her well. I love you. Okay, also outfit check. I'm loving this little striped dress that I got from Brandy. She ate, honestly. I was looking for something. Listen, summer right now, my go-to favorite things are just like tiny little dresses that I can just throw on with a pair of shoes, preferably a pair of red flip-flops. I've been loving it. Anyways, tiny little pink stripe Brandy dress situation. I got it on Depop, so I don't really know if they have it in store right now. Heart-shaped sunglasses I got from the thrift store. Sexy rhinestone hat I did get off Amazon. And then my jelly cat. I love having a jelly cat here. I also have like 3 other ones, so maybe I'll rotate them out. But Avocado has been loving it here. He was my first jelly cat. Shout out. Love him. Ooh, tips with gals with stomach problems. Illy. I only knew one girl with like severe stomach problems. I mean, I've had stomach problems on and off, but the one girl that I really knew with stomach problems, it was because she was like, I think I have Crohn's disease. And I was like, oh my God, girl, what? Like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, well, what are you eating on a daily basis? And she was like, oh, like ramen and nachos and pickled jalapenos. And I'm like, When's the last time you ate some like fiber? When was the last time you had like lettuce, a salad, something green, babe? Like, you need the fiber. And anyways, that's literally what it was. Like, she did not have Crohn's, that's for sure. It was because she was eating things that were not going to be solid coming out, like practical things. But the gals with like real stomach problems where it's like, no, this is like a medical issue. Valid, I hear you. Especially as a server, I feel like girls will be like, I have celiac. And I'm like, okay, vibe. I will take care of you. I will make sure you have a good experience. I promise you, because I understand how annoying that could be where it's like, oh, I just want to feel good, or I want to be able to eat these things, but I can't. And I know I'm going to have a bad night if I do, or maybe a couple days. I'm like, girl, we are not creating that for you. Let me take care of you. I love it because sometimes, bitch, sometimes your body's just going to react badly to things, and maybe it's gluten, and that's okay. Let's cut it out. I do also understand how like people in America will have problems with like very basic items such as cheese and bread and processing them, but then they'll go overseas like Italy or something, and it's like, oh my god, I'm eating pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I'm feeling perfectly fine. It's like, yeah, bitch, that makes a lot of sense because the things here, highly processed, already broken down, babe. Your stomach is just gonna pass it through. There's nothing else to break down, you know what I mean? But they're handmade, you know, grandma's recipe. We're making that fresh every day. And I recently started working at a restaurant where they kind of do that a little more often, like hand making the dough and firing it in a wood fire oven every single day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling so much better eating this because it's simple, it's easy, handmade, fresh. My body can process it way better. And that's why I started making cooking videos a lot, because I realized, great form of meditation. I can just escape and cook and do my little thing, and then I get something yummy afterwards. Fantastic. But also, all the things that you're buying and spending so much money on, you can make at home for cheaper and feel better after eating it. And probably have leftovers. You can have it again and not have to spend $25. I love cooking for that reason. But I think if you're having really bad gut problems or anything like that, practical water, fiber, things like that, make sure you're getting a little bit of protein in there. And then if it's like serious, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to switch things up. Like, it's not gonna suck as much as you think having to kind of get rid of certain things, because you're gonna feel so much better for it if that's what's really a problem. And also, 10 out of 10 recommend for every single person out there, start cooking. I love cooking. Okay, do you know how easy it is to make pasta from scratch with like a cup of flour and 2 eggs, maybe a little olive oil? You can make anything you want in that kitchen, I promise you. Bitch, Nara Smith is out here making gum, showing us it's possible. I'm like, I love it. Why do people hate her? I'm like, you know what? She's doing it in the vintage Chanel too. Props, honestly. Now the Mormonism, that's questionable. Oh my gosh, someone said, feel like my body count is so high. What do I do? Love you. Listen, I don't know why you're tracking it. Do you know what I mean? Body count is literally just a made up thing that men can use on women they don't know to control them. That every man can use on women they don't know to control them. And free yourself, honestly. Who cares? As long as you are being safe, protection, please, hello, be having fun, okay? That's literally what it's about. As long as you are having a good time and creating a safe environment, then that's literally all that matters, okay? Okay, as long as you are being safe and having fun, the literal sole purpose, then who the fuck cares? Love you. Can you talk about holding on to hope during lows and not being scared during highs? Illy girl, I feel like you're talking about, which obviously you made this clear, but like, just being able to see the other side of things, especially when you're at that high peak and you're like, oh my God, I could lose this at any second. Or when you're at that low peak and you're like, this feels like the worst. Does it really get better? It really is all about seeing the other side of the coin. And yes, holding on to hope. And a lot of mine simply just comes from, there is a lesson in everything. There's a lesson and something to learn in everything. I learned the most about myself when I was at those really low points. And I have been able to become a better person because of those really low points that I had. And everything is a learning moment. Everything is giving you an opportunity to take this and be better, and that creates so much hope for me when I'm at a low, and also maintains that hope when I'm at a high, where it's like, you know what, this is great, and sure, it could go sideways at any moment. I could start having a bad day, but there's something to learn in that moment. Always you'll always have something to take from it. So even if you do hit that low, it's okay, as long as you learn, you grow, and you change and try to do the best that you possibly can in that moment. It's okay to have hard times. It's okay to, regress a little bit, but you will find yourself at a new height that you've never been able to reach because of that low point. So there's always something to take from it. And yeah, I feel like that's the best way I really maintain hope during, those phases in life where you feel like either A, can it get any better, or B, can it get any worse? It's like, you will learn something and you will do better and you will reach new heights that you have never reached ever in your life. And it's going to feel so great. So hold on and do the best that you possibly can, always. Simple ways to grow the fuck up and start adulting. I feel like I have no idea where to start. Oh girl, I feel like I just started adulting this year. I feel like I hit 25 and I'm like, oh my God, I'm thinking so practically. I'm looking at Zillow every night at like the price of houses and like what I'm gonna have to do to afford them. It's crazy. So if you don't find yourself there, like that's okay. You'll get there eventually. I feel like it just took my brain fully forming to be like, oh, I need to pay attention to these things. I feel like 20 to 25 was really just me learning how to be in the adult sphere and kind of finding myself in a way. College is really nice because it's like a 4-year program that A, gets you a degree, and B, helps you find yourself I guess, in 4 years, if you focus on that at all. But I do find a lot of college students hit that 21 or 22, graduate, and then they're like, wait, but who am I? 20 to 25 is all about finding yourself in any single situation that you're in, okay? So don't compare yourself to others. Focus on yourself. Focus on finding who you are, what you want to be. Most importantly, during that time, trying new things. I think the whole trying new things part of that phase is really just, it's always going to make you feel a little unstable because you're always putting yourself out there and into new things. That's okay. It's going to be a little bit of an unstable time. You're really not going to know anything, but you're discovering everything. And that's the most important part. You hit 25, your brain just like, literally, I woke up and I was like, oh girl, I need health insurance. Oh girl, I need a house. If I want to have kids one day, which like shit, I'm not ready for that. But like one day I need to have like a stable income, a stable environment, things like that. Like not only hoping for myself, but like the betterment of me in the future. And I was like, oh shit, I got to start adulting. Oh no, I need to start like budgeting. Adulting number 1, actually budgeting your life, focusing on your finances, checking those bank statements, babe. Okay, where is that random $5 going? Who knows? Let's cancel that subscription. Let's only make sure we're prioritizing money on things that are bettering our life, having fun still, but also like being aware, most importantly. B, let's like make sure healthily we're taken care of. Let's start to eat good. Maybe let's start to move our body a little bit more and not drink so many days. Like cut back a little bit, focus on stretching those joints, you know what I mean? Making sure we have health insurance. All right, making sure we have that dental plan just in case, that eye care plan. So when you run out of contacts, you're not spending so much money on it. Like, let's start planning ahead a little bit, making sure we have a little bit of like backup security. Adulting is really all about just like finding security in whatever form that is for you. So focus on what really matters to you. Like for me, it was finances, it's health, it's like home, things like that. But for everybody, like their level of security is going to look different. So go after, I feel like the best way to really jump into adulting and actually build momentum is to start with things that you actually want to start with. You know, everybody will say to start with something different, but like whatever you feel drawn to figuring out, it's going to be easier to figure out. So start with whatever you feel like you need to start with, whether it's okay, finding a place that maybe I'll want to live a couple years, finding health insurance, finding a good stable income, like shopping for new jobs, things like that, and just take it one step at a time. Like you'll get there. I know by 30 I'm gonna be like chilling, but I'm not going to be 30 in this next fucking second. Like, I have 5 years. Let me chill. Let me just enjoy and slowly figure it out on my own time. Because you will. I promise. You will figure it all out. Find peace in that. Adult affirmation. I will figure it out. Okay. But also, it's not going to happen overnight. Step into that dream self of yours and achieve what you want to achieve. Also, I've been getting a lot of new listeners. Hi, happy to have you here. Hope you're enjoying. Love that I have been making this podcast for like this next like fall is gonna be my 4 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, maybe 3. I don't know. I need to do the math, but it's gonna be a lot of years. That's insane. So happy I've provided so much content for you. I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. Like, oh my gosh, looking back at all the different episodes I've done is so interesting. And I love like being able to not only connect with you guys, but connect to my old self. I've also covered so many topics, but also we're just breaking the iceberg, babe. I'm going to be yapping like this for forever. So I'm happy to have you here on the journey. Please share a little love, leave a little 5-star review, kisses. But welcome to the smoke sesh. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Oh, how the turntables have turned. LMAO, how do I tell my sneaky that's in love with me that I don't want anything serious? Help. Oh my gosh. Okay. Listen, usually I feel like it's the girls going through this where it's like, he doesn't love me, but I'm obsessed with him. So I love that you're like, no, he's overly obsessed with me and I need to tell him to chill. I think you need to say something first because he's not going to say something first. And if he does say something first, it's going to be like, I love you. And that's going to be scary. So I would just break the iceberg as soon as you possibly can. Okay, I don't even know if I would invite him over. You know, this is not like a post-sex topic of conversation to have. This is, especially if you're not dating and you're very casually seeing each other, I think this is a text message you could send, honestly. Just for safety's purpose, you know? Just be like, in face, that's going to be pretty rough. Maybe a FaceTime if you're feeling it. But if this is like a very casual relationship that you've had, I feel like you can break it in a very casual way. Now, if you have leaned into the girlfriend side of things and you're like, whoops, actually, I am the problem. I was the one doing the girlfriend things in not a girlfriend situation and he accidentally fell in love with me, then maybe I would do it face to face, quickly, eat over coffee perhaps, like very chill. But then I would maybe do it face to face, just for his heart. But yeah, I think you can just be like, hey babe, been having a lot of fun. Loved it. Love ya. Don't say love you. Let's not include that. Loved it. Had a great time. But I think things are getting a little too serious for me. I made it clear to you early on that I wanted to keep this casual and I really don't want to hurt you. And I feel like you're maybe getting a little too deep. So I think it is best to maybe step away for a little bit, or if you are able to maybe like reconsider the situation and still want to be very casual, maybe set a little bit more boundaries, we don't do the girlfriend boyfriend pretend thing, then we can keep hooking up and hanging out, you know? But it's okay to rip that band-aid off, okay? Don't drag this man along. He's gonna get infatuated. So cut it off. Clean, quick, precise. I guarantee it'll go better than you probably expected. Someone said, have you ever had to get out of nicotine addiction? I have. I've done longer episodes on it. I smoked for 5 years. Listen, I was a little Lana Del Rey Tumblr baby kid. And I was like, I need to roll this herbal tea up in a sticky note and smoke it. Babe, I was gonna have problems. I was going to have an addictive personality. If I was doing that at like 11, 12, hello. Like, let's be fucking real. So yeah, I started smoking cigarettes in high school casually. I wanted to live my Lana Del Rey fantasy, smoking outside secretly away from my parents. You know, I was edgy. I was like feeling myself. She was cute, you know, but then it kind of spiraled because the Juul came out. Babe, talk about archaic. Talk about feeling old. The Juul came out, the first ever original, before like the box mods. Everybody had like box mods, and then the Juul came out and everybody was like, fuck that. I'm not building my own vape. This isn't Bob the fucking Builder. Let me go get the $70 kit. Yes, when the Juuls came out, they were $70 at the local gas station, and our asses had to drive across town where it was like 18 and we could get nicotine, because actually out here it's 21, so we had to go to the one town like 30 minutes away that was 18 years old, because they wouldn't card us because they didn't give a fuck, buy our Juuls. And then I was addicted to Juuls and cigarettes at the same time. Scary. For 4+ years. So into a grand total, probably like 5-6 years I was smoking nicotine, and it made me sad, depressed, anxious. It made my acne worse. It made me lethargic. All the things that you're feeling and asking yourself, oh, is it the nicotine? Yes it is. And you'll quit and you will feel so much fucking better. Unfortunately, I was also addicted to a bunch of other things. The way I broke it was by just like getting shit-faced, and then this was not on purpose, but getting shit-faced and then smoking a cigarette outside a bar, like leaning over, and then I would get the spins, and then I would vom, and then I Pavlov dogs myself, Pavlov dog conditioning, where it's like you're conditioning them to the sound of a bell and they have a certain reaction. Yeah, babe, that was me. If I smoked a cigarette, I feel like I was going to vom. Not good. Anyways, I can't smoke them now at all. Like, even on the girls trip, after the cowboy bar, I was doing my cigarette lean thing. And I immediately went home and projectile vomited. Like, we don't get along anymore. And honestly, thank God. But you can quit. You can do it. Yes, all the things you're feeling is from nicotine. You will feel better getting off it. I promise. Ooh, this is fun. Hi Hannah, I love you so much. Starting work as a shot girl and never worked in a bar before. Any tips? Ooh, I do have tips, especially as a girl working in nightlife who prioritizes feeling safe and prioritizes other women feeling safe. Okay, you need to, when you show up to work, you need to, it's like this is a joke. It's like going to prison, but it's like you need to get in there and you need to befriend the meanest, toughest bitch that you can possibly find, okay? Because she will have your back and she will ride for you. She'll be the best friend you ever had. She'll be basically a mother to you. That's who you need to find. She is the best person to have on your side in any sort of situation. Treat your bouncers well, tip them well, make sure you tip out everybody in your restaurant well, make sure you help everybody out. It is a community effort. Make sure you're taking care of the people that you work with and creating that like family environment. People will take care of you in turn. I mean, that's how it is everywhere you go, like even with community. That's why it's so important to treat your neighbors nicely, because it's like, bitch, if you want to be treated nicely, you better treat me nicely. You know what I mean? We better take care of each other, or else I'm not going to want to give, So A, do that. And B, make sure you're safe. Make sure somebody's walking to your car. Make sure, especially if you're out late at night, make sure you're not just like alone walking down an alley, make sure somebody has your location. Practical women advice. And then also when it comes to taking care of your tables and your patrons, a little laugh and smile goes a long way. Even if it feels like, you are not wanting to laugh and smile at all. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at that dad joke and be like, LOL, okay, fucking Ben, have a great day, get that 20%, get that 25%. And if you don't know what to say, just laugh and smile and walk away. You can always walk away from a table. It doesn't matter. You'll get another one. You know what I mean? If it's gonna be too much of a hassle, it's okay to save your brain space and like walk away. So funny. My new boss was talking about this. He's like, if you think they're gonna give us a 1-star review, bitch, kick them out. Like, there's some people who are dead set on having a bad time and making sure you are too. They're just miserable. There's nothing you can really do about it. Sometimes just walking away is the best option possible. LOL, that made me giggle though. But yeah, take care of the people around you. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure you're staying hydrated, fed, things like that. And then make sure you're just like taking care of your patrons, doing the best you can to fill them in on what's going on. If drink times are taking longer than usual, talking to them, getting to know them. If they feel connected to you, they're going to want to tip you more. Period. Every time. Anyways, I also think I handle the restaurant industry well because I pretend every time I'm going into work, I'm Lana Del Rey in her little Waffle House button up, clocking into work like, LOL, I'm flipping pancakes today. And that's exactly how seriously I take it because I'm really just there to have fun and make money. And if I'm not having fun, then fuck it. Like, this isn't the career I want to do. This is just like a little side gig I do because I'm crazy and I have to have 15 avenues of work for some reason. I'm a Gemini. I need to be busy, okay? It's also my shopping addiction. But yeah, I'm Lana Del Rey clocking into Waffle House. Like, I'm here to play pretend and have a good time. And oh my God, and I get to leave with $300, $400, $500. That's a win-win to me. Ooh, someone said how to be involved in nature in my own hometown. Community gardens. Community gardens. You need to get in the community garden community. Okay, babe? You need to get a plot. You need to get some seeds, some dirt. And you need to get out there with the grandmas and go dig around. You know what I mean? Or go to your local park and like go at 7 p.m. after you got off work and had a shower and like chilled out and you're like in sweats. Take a little fucking blanket to the park and just sit in the park and people watch, you know? That is a great way to just like get connected to the nature that you have in your hometown. Maybe you have more nature and you're lucky and you can go on like hikes and trail rides and things like that. Go do them. Go do them. Like, I was in Montana and I was like, I wonder if these people take this shit for granted. Like, hello, Yellowstone is an hour away. I'd be there at least every weekend. Hello, get me the year-long park pass. Let me get my ass in there. Let me get on a trail. Let me go hiking. We do not really have that out here. We have random swimming holes and lots of prairies and fields. And you know what? I'll do the best with what I can. Especially in the city where it's like no nature unless you go like 30 minutes out. I'm like, I'll take the 2-block sized park, whatever. There's a bunch of people here. Everybody seems to be having fun. Let me go lay around. Or I'll take the random parking lot that's now filled with grass that everybody's growing plants out of. And I'm going to go connect with my local community and grow some yummy food there. That's the best way to really take advantage of nature wherever you are. You can do that anywhere. Someone said, my birthday is coming up and I'm really not feeling like planning anything. Solo bday adventures. Okay, you know the meme where it's like, who got a pool? I feel like that's big Cancer energy right now. Like, that meme is a sign of the astrological times we're in. It's like everybody wants to be in water. Everybody wants to be laid out in the sun, basking like a little crab on a rock, okay? We want to be living our little crab lives. And if you're a little Cancer baby and your birthday is coming up, there's this website, and I'm sorry I don't fucking remember it, but if you Google pool rental, there are houses that rent their pool to you by the hour. And honestly, it's probably like the ones that I was thinking about going to with like my boyfriend and maybe some friends, it's like 25 to maybe 75 if it has like a rock slide cave, like crazy things going on. And you can rent it for like an hour and you can just go and swim and do your thing. And if that's someone's house, I know that seems kind of weird. So like, of course, girl safety, make sure somebody knows where you are, bring a couple friends with you, you know, split it between you guys. It'll be like $10 each and go swimming for an hour. Or if you have a pool, like, girl, pack a cooler, pack a sandwich, pack a book, and just go lay out in the sun and go hang out by the pool. I feel like that would be the best way to spend a Cancer birthday. Or I love just a good meal by myself. Like, I love a good like meal that I've been craving for a long time in front of, because you Cancer babies are so sentimental, while watching like something that you used to watch as a kid, something that you brings back the nostalgia factor of everything. Oh, the sun is starting to come out, you guys. I didn't think it was going to get sunny today. It was pouring rain this morning. It was literally just like rolling me back to sleep every single time I woke up, thus the 11:30 in the afternoon wake up call. Hello. But then I checked the radar and it was like, no, bright sun at 2:00. Maybe I will get to tan today, you guys. Maybe God is good. What? In all caps, how to get over a breakup I just got broken up with. I am sobbing on a train right now. Babe, I love you. I love you. Let's take some deep breaths. Actually, no, that's not what you tell a girl who just got broken up with. Not the deep breaths. That is, I would rage. Literally, you need to go a little crazy. I think the best way to heal after a breakup is to like it's okay to go insane. It's okay to lose your mind a little bit, to like sob and roll around on the floor and do whatever you need to do. Go out, get drunk with your friends, like whatever it is. It's okay to lose your mind a little bit. Actually, I think it's healthy, especially when you've been like holding in the demons your whole relationship, trying to be the perfect girlfriend. Like, girl, go lose your mind and go enjoy. Go make sure you're having the best time possible. That is the ultimate best way to get out of a breakup or get over a breakup, is just to be like, okay, I'm gonna go fucking crazy now, and I'm gonna go to the club, and I'm gonna go party, and I'm gonna hang out with my friends, and I'm gonna go flirt, and I'm gonna go do all the things that I couldn't do in my relationship because I was being so good and I was the best girlfriend ever, and still that wasn't enough. Let me go crazy. Let me go lose it. That's how you get over a breakup. Lean into the crazy girl. Okay, Miss Girl Interrupted. Let's get into our Girl Interrupted summer. No, I'm joking. Someone said tips for posing in photos. The posing is easy. You know, you turn a little shoulder, you smile, you pout, you adjust your head, you move your shoulders, you know, things like that. You turn your back. You just keep moving around. That's the best tip for posing in photos. But what it's all about are really the angles. The angles are everything. You gotta know your angles, babe. Okay? You wanna eat in every photo, you gotta know your angles. All right? I was watching Zendaya walk on the red carpet one of these days, and I was like, oh my God, she never turns her head from this one position. No matter what she's doing, her head is always like at the perfect angle. And I was like, she just knows it. She knows her angles. She knows what looks good. So know your angles. And also this is foolproof. This is the instructions you give whoever is taking photos of you. You give them your phone and you say, okay, bend down, like hold the phone in front of you, but like get down on the level as if you were on your knees, and then aim the camera at my ass. Aim it at my ass. Aim it at my hips, okay? Because then it's going to be tilted a little bit back. You're going to look a little bit taller, a little snatch. It's going to get like a wide angle of everything around you, okay? It's going to get like a full angle of the environment that you're in. And then make sure you're taking up like 2/3. Tell them, make sure you're taking up 2/3 of the screen. Actually, do you know what I do? Well, that, but also I will literally hold the camera exactly where I want someone to take photos. And I'll be like, okay, hold the camera exactly like this and press the button. Can't mess it up. Can't mess it up at all. Anyways, I was serving this table at brunch, and it was like this guy and this girl who were, I don't know, friends, question mark? I don't really know. But they were cutie. They were serving, and I came out and she goes, okay, we're having a little bit of a tiff. Can you settle it for us? Like, we're having an argument. Can you settle it? And as a server, that's the worst fucking thing I want to hear. Because, bitch, there is no right answer. One of you is paying and one of you wants to be right. And I better give the answer of whoever is paying if I want a good tip. So instead of saying that out loud, I just go, okay, but will my answer affect my tip? And then they'll have like a little laugh jokey moment, and then it's like no, like me stating like, please don't pay me less money because you don't agree with me or I don't agree with you. But she was like, if there was a girl who only took bad photos of you, would you be a little like side-eye? Would you question it a little bit? And I was like, well, some girls just like don't know how to take photos. They just hold the camera and they snap a photo. Like, they're not really looking for the best angle because, they see you perfectly in every angle. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they don't mean to do it. Sometimes they just can't take good photos. That's okay. That's valid. That doesn't mean she's a bad friend or whatever. She goes, no, she only takes bad photos of me. Every time she takes a photo of someone else, it's like hot, sexy, Instagram model worthy, like great angles. She's getting on her knees. She's going over the top to take photos of them. But when she takes photos of me, it's like only bad ones. Like, she doesn't care. And I was like, you know what? That seems a little intentional. I'm not gonna lie. That seems a little intentional. And then the man started defending the random hypothetical girl that was taking bad photos of her instead of defending the woman in front of him. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this man doesn't know shit. Anyways, guess what? Guess what exactly happened? The man paid for everything, and he did not tip well. He did not tip well. Once again, that's why I was like, listen, I don't even want to give a fucking answer because I don't know who's paying and I know I'm not going to get tip well. I didn't agree with him. I hashtag believed women. I hashtag supported women, and he didn't. I'm so stupid. Someone said going out is overrated. That's all. Honestly, agree. Hard agree. Hard agree. Going out to the clubs and like big events is kind of overrated. I have not been to any this summer. I haven't been to any large concerts. I have not been to any clubs. I have not been to any of the crazy bars that I literally live a couple minutes away from. I have not been out this summer. I've been having fun though, and I've been partying still, but it's been at like a small, intimate level. Honestly, the whole thesis of the smoke sesh, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be in a club. I just want to be partying with like my 5 best friends in someone's apartment with like a maybe no drugs or alcohol, just like having a good time. Or if I am going out anywhere that is like a bar, it's like a small random dive bar with like 10 people in it, you know? Like, going out is overrated. You know what's in? Staying home and partying on your couch with your friends. And that's exactly what Smoke Sesh is. Smoke Sesh is a house party. Smoke Sesh is a basement show, literally. Like, hello. That's really all I've been into. And if I am going out, it's either maybe to a tiny little dive bar or someone else's apartment, or I'm running away to the forest. That's my going out. Last week, to kind of get in our little meditative states and connect back to earth, me and my boyfriend went to the forest and we bought these glitter tubes. The same glitter tubes I posted in my photos of the Grand Tetons on Instagram. If you saw that photo of me and all my friends floating in the glacier lake in front of that giant fucking hot ass mountain. They're $5 glitter tubes from Target. So we didn't take them home because, bitch, I had no space in my suitcase. So I bought 2 more. And me and my boyfriend took him to the river. Only bought a bottle of soju, and I put on a Sydney Mary bikini. Love her. And we ran away to the forest, and we just floated in our tubes and drank our bottle of soju and just laid in the sun. And honestly, at 25, that is my version of partying. That is my version of like, no, that's a crazy night for me. And I love that for me, honestly. I love it. My situationship called me a bop at the bars the other night, and I'm still upset. If you as a grown man are using new slang terms to demean women as a grown man in this day and age, you do not deserve pussy. You do not deserve pussy. You do not deserve any attention, and specifically, you do not deserve pussy. So, if I were you, I would block him on everything and pretend he didn't exist. Oh, now you want to come talk to me at the bar? Who are you? What's your name? Oh, I don't think we've ever met. Literally lobotomize yourself from that man and do not give him an ounce of attention at all. Like, don't even make yourself upset over it. Like, why would you make yourself upset over a stupid man? Like, honestly, he's not worth the energy and the time that you want to put into him. He's not worth the anger that you want to feel, because guess what? You're not. And he only used that word because he was trying to hurt you. So don't let him hurt you, girl. Move on. Find a man who's going to be respectful of women, period, and throw pussy his way. You know what? Every week I sit here and I ask, what's the vibe for the week? What's going on, girls? Tell me. And I feel like this perfectly sums it up. So shout out to you. But in all caps, they go, feeling so hot and sexy with my new bathing suit. Yeah. Literally. Now that is the vibe for the week. I am feeling so hot and sexy, and I have a bathing suit on, and I'm just feeling myself, and I'm in the sunshine, and I'm living my hot girl life. You know what I mean? Now that's all it's about right now. July, if it was an image, would be just like a bikini somewhere on the floor, like thrown about. That's exactly how July feels, and I cannot wait to indulge a little bit, and just make this month the sexiest month ever, honestly. Setting my new month intentions. I just posted my July mood board on Patreon, so if you want to go join, feel free. Would love to have you join the Patreon club. I post new episodes every Thursday where I answer every single one of your questions, so if you have something on your mind, dying to get answered. Come join, come hang out with us. I think you'd be surprised. I'm also posting our July book club book of the month. Last year, or oh my god, year. Hello, babe. Hello, get it together. But last month it was Eve Babbitt's Eve's Hollywood, which is a collection of short stories of Eve Babbitt, who is an iconic it girl of the 70s, of the 80s, of the 90s, of every time period, honestly. May she rest in peace. It's a collection of short stories from her life. It was fantastic. It was a great way to set our intentions of June and just feel the amazing whimsical nature in the air, really dive into the indulgences of summer. And I think July's book club will also really indulge on those feelings and that sensuality and really just make it a sexy, hot month. And I'm so excited for that. Anyways, the rain stopped. The sun is coming out. My boyfriend is ready to pick me up and take me out to pho. I'm going to indulge a little bit, eat some healing soup. Feel good. If you want a fun recipe, go make the caprese sandwich I just made this week. I'll be posting another one either this weekend or Monday. I've been posting on Monday pretty often, but I always post a new recipe. If you want the ingredients, like specifics of everything, I always do a write-up on my Patreon of the recipes of the week. And yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for submitting your questions. So happy to be with you every week. And thank you to all the new listeners. I'm happy to share the love with you guys as well. The only thing I ask from you guys is that you stay safe, you stay sexy, and you learn a thing or two. You know, what's life about? We only have time, so we might as well grow and become the best versions of ourselves with that time that we got. Literally, what else is there to do? Hello, smoke a little for me, eat something yummy, treat yourself well, and I'll see you all next week. Mwah.